Hi everyone, welcome back to another lockdown workout. Today is going to be mainly sort of a hip focused workout. We're going to do a couple of star jump intervals to get the heart rate up. First bit of the workout is going to be down on the floor, and the second bit we're going to use a chair. So for the chair we just need something that you can lie on the floor and get your heels up sort of on this height. So if you've got something like that, just hit pause, get set up, and we will get going. I'm going to put the chair out of the way and get started down on the floor. Alright, first exercise is just going to be a bridge. So we're working for 40 seconds. Going to get your hips up off the floor. Let's get up, get started. Toes off the ground, and we're just holding that position. Try and keep the hips up as high as you can. Bring your knees in towards each other. Arms can be off the ground to make it a little tougher. Nothing too fancy. And we're just holding that for 40 seconds. End of 40 seconds, we're going to take 20 seconds rest. And then we'll get into exercise number 2. You've got 10 seconds left. Really drive those hips up. Good, alright, drop down, just take a second. Same exercise on set 2, except we're going to work into a pulse. So we're going to look for movement for the 40 seconds, and we can get started in 3, 2, 1. So hips are coming up, pause at the top, and then back down. And we just keep it going for 40 seconds. Little pause at the top, and then control down. Think about your breathing as you going through this. On the way up, breathe out. Squeeze into the glutes, and then control down. Good. Stay down on the floor. We're going to get your right leg straight up in the air, and we're going to go up into a single leg bridge. You can bring your hands down to your side for this one. We're moving up and down with ease. We're going 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Up and down. Think about your knee, your foot that's on the ground, that knee position. Try and keep it straight. So as you come up, you're not dropping out to the side or letting it drop into the middle. Just want to keep it in a nice straight line down there. Getting your hips up as high as you can get them each time you go up. Good. Change it over. Take your 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Get your leg up. Get your toe off the ground on your stabilizing leg, and let's go. Again, breathing out on the way up. Drive the hips all the way up to the roof. Little pause at the top before coming back down. Good. I'm going to get up into standing. We're looking for star jumps, so nice and quick. You're going to go a full minute of star jumps. Opening out. Getting hands up above your head and then down. Then we'll get back onto the ground after that. Let's go. The heart rate up just a little. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Good. Let's get you down on your mat again. We're going into side plank. We're working for 40 seconds. The first 20 seconds we're going to lift and drop the hips. The second 20 seconds we're just going to hold that position. Let's go up, and we're going to tap the hip to the floor and then up. Tap and up. If this is too tough, bend your knees and you can work from there and back up. 3, 2, 1. Alright, now we're going to hold this top position and we just try to keep the hips up in the air as high as you can get them. Make sure your elbows quite close to being directly under your shoulder. You don't want it out above your shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Down and over. The same thing on this side. First 20 seconds we're going up and down. And the second 20 seconds we're going to try and hold. 3, 2, 1. Tap to the floor and then up. So control it on the way down. You're not just flopping to the ground. Control down and then lift. 3, 2, 1. And we hold for 20 seconds at the top. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Move on to your hands and knees. You're going to take your right leg straight back and you're going to take your left hand out in front of you. Now in that position, you don't want a big curve through the lower back. You want to get a little bit of tension into your abs, and let's get into the position. Press your right hand down into the ground and clench into your left fist. Make sure the back leg's straight so you're not bent or you're not up there. It's full extension through that back leg, and you're trying to lift your heel just a little bit but still maintaining pressure through your abs. Squeeze into the hand that's up in the air. The hand that's on the ground, you press down into the floor. Three, 2, 1. Good. Change it over. Tighten up into your tummy. Straight back leg. Make sure you don't have an arch there, so you pulled up into that pelvis a little bit. Got 10 seconds left. Lift the heel a little bit above your bum. Look, that line there should be just a bit higher. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go into a Turkish get up. So the next one's a little bit technical. Start off in a sitting position like that and take your left foot slightly away from your body. So you got a bit of a gap. You're going to take your right foot out from the midline of your body so you're not straight. There's a bit of a, your heel's just outside your hip. Lie down onto your back. We're going to get your left hand up in the air. Right hand down to your side, and try follow me as I move through this. So punch the left arm up into the air, lift your chest as high as you can. Shift your weight onto your right hand so you come off your elbow onto your hand. Hips up in the air, bring that foot underneath your body and your knee finishes underneath your hip. From there we're coming up to there, and you lean across, down onto your right hand, Bring your right foot through, then you go bum, elbow, back. Move a little quicker for the second one. Up, onto your hand, hips up off the floor nice and high. Bring your foot underneath your hip. Hand comes off the ground. You reach up to the roof. Lean across, back onto your hand. Foot comes through. Then you go bum, elbow, roll down onto your back. Good. Swing around. So now my right knee's bent. Right arm up in the air. Left hand down on the ground. Punch up in the air just to on my elbow on the floor here. Shift your weight onto your hand. Get your hips up off the ground. Bring that knee underneath your hip. Up through there. And then you come onto the hand. Foot comes through. Bum. Elbow. Back. I'm going to try for one more. Punch up. Onto the hand. Hips up. Foot comes through. Good. Onto your hand. Onto your foot. Bum. Elbow. And back. Alright, let's get over onto all fours. From that position, you're just going to lift your knees just up off the ground. We're going to lift your right hand, swing around on your right foot, hips come up, and then you come back to there. And we're going to work for 40 seconds on this side, and then we'll go 40 seconds on the other side. Trick with this is to rotate on your right foot if you're turning to your right. So you turn onto your heel and then come back onto your toes. Lift the hips up when you get around. 3, 2, 1, good. Turn it around. You can shake your wrists off if you need a little breakthrough there. Back into a kneeling position. We get your knees just off the ground, and then we're going to turn on your left foot, bring the right foot through, lift the hips up, and come back. When you come back, make sure you're not in a fully straightened leg. You still want those knees underneath your hips. Turn, pop the hip up, rotate back. You're looking to go through these as quickly as you can go, keeping the movement smooth and getting the hips all the way up when you come around. 5 seconds. Good, nice. Go back into standing, and we're going to go into star jumps again. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice quick tempo. Seconds. Get those arms moving. Nice and wide with the legs. 3, 2, 1, good. Moving on to the work with the chair. You're going to go down onto your back. Feet up on top of your chair or your couch, whatever surface you've got. And in 3, 2, 1, you're getting your hips off the ground. And we're just going to hold that position for 40 seconds. So, down on the floor, you'll probably feel it was working more into your glutes. With the hips, with the feet on the chair now, it should be working a little bit more into your hamstrings. If you find you pushing yourself away from the chair. Just pull your heels into the chair. Stop yourself from moving back. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and you can control that down. Keep your heels in the same position. Second one's going to be same position, we're just going dynamically. So you're going to lift your hips, pause, and return to the ground. Keep working for 40 seconds. We're going 3, 2, 1. So hips come up, you pause, and then down. Twenty seconds to go. Good. We stay here. Now we're going to go single leg up in the air, working up and down. We're not holding it, we're just going to go up and down through there. Work 20 seconds either side. I'll tell you when to change over. We're going 3, 2, 1. Hips up, hips down. Keep that going. Change it over to the other leg. Quite a bit tougher than double leg when you're going single leg. Those hamstrings should be starting to fire up a little bit. Good. Up you go. We're going to go into star jumps again. Good speed going, nice tempo, keep your breathing solid, and let's go 40 seconds. Pick up the pace. Seconds to go. Three, 2, 1. Good. Next up, we're going to go down onto the floor. Push up position with your feet up on the chair. So it doesn't matter if you're on your toes or feet are flat, but from there you want to keep your hips as still as possible, and you're lifting one foot at a time. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Back leg stays straight, and you lift that heel as high as you can go. Working 20 seconds on either side. Only 7 seconds left on this side. Good, change it over. Keep that leg straight, get that hip as high as you can get it. As much as possible, keep the hips still so you're not rocking as you lift. 3, 2, 1. Good. Into standing. So previously we've done a single leg squat going to there. Today we're going to change your leg position, so get something to balance with. 1 foot back, and you're trying to get as close to getting your back foot on the ground as you can. Good. Keep it working. 10 seconds. Back foot doesn't take any weight. Just bending through the knee and the hip as much as possible. Try to keep the chest up. Okay, take your 20 seconds rest. Now we're going to change legs. And same thing. So 3, 2, 1. Get the back knee as close to the ground as you can, but it's not taking any weight. Imagine you're standing onto an eggshell, basically just floating off the ground. Front leg taking all the weight. If you can just let that back foot float as you bring this hip down. But if you need it for a bit of balance, you can get it to tap the ground. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. And into the last thing for the day, we're going to go one more set of star jumps. We're going 3, 2, 1. Nice and quick. Keep the arms moving. Seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. That's where we'll wrap up for today. Not a particularly challenging set for the time. So if you've got time available, I'd say give it another go, the whole set. It's a decent bit of work if you get through 2 rounds of that. If not, try and get some cardio in, or try and get a little bit more exercise in. A lot of good work in there, but 20 minutes maybe a little bit too short for this particular session. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you again next time. Cheers.